Struggling to pass your DMV permit test on the first try? Congratulations, you have found the right channel. We are dedicated to providing you with everything you need to prepare confidently for your test. Today, we will go through 46 essential mock test questions for California, with the last 10 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So stick around until the end. Let's dive in and get started. Question 1. Does a California identification ID card permit you to drive? Option A. No, ID cards are issued for identification purposes only and do not permit you to drive. B. Yes, but only in emergencies or when supervised by a licensed driver. C. Yes, but only if you are over 18 years old. Answer is A. No, ID cards are issued for identification purposes only and do not permit you to drive. California identification ID cards are issued strictly for identification purposes to eligible persons of any age. They do not permit you to drive a motor vehicle on public roads under any circumstances. Question 2. What does this warning sign mean? Option A. Road is slippery when wet. B. Winding road ahead. C. Road with sharp turns ahead. Answer is A. Road is slippery when wet. This sign warns you that the road surface can become very slick during rain or snow. You should slow down and avoid sudden turns or stops. Question 3. Under what circumstances are physicians required to report a patient to the DMV? Option A. When a patient of any age is diagnosed with a condition that causes a lapse of consciousness. B. When a patient is at least 18 years old and is prescribed strong medication. C. When a patient who is at least 14 years old has a medical condition that may affect their ability to drive safely. Answer is C. When a patient who is at least 14 years old has a medical condition that may affect their ability to drive safely. Physical and mental health conditions can severely affect your driving. By law, physicians are required to report patients who are at least 14 years old to the DMV if they have medical conditions that may affect their ability to drive safely, such as a lapse of consciousness. Question 4. What does a yield line look like on the road? Option A. A solid yellow line painted horizontally across the entire intersection. B. A series of small white squares painted on the side of the road. C. A line of solid white triangles that point towards approaching vehicles. Answer is C. A line of solid white triangles that point towards approaching vehicles. A yield line is a line of solid white triangles that shows approaching vehicles where to yield or stop. The triangles point towards approaching vehicles to clearly indicate the stopping point. Question 5. Under what specific condition may you legally turn left against a red light? Option A. When turning from a two-way street onto a one-way street. B. When turning from a one-way street onto a one-way street. C. When turning from a one-way street onto a two-way street. Answer is B. When turning from a one-way street onto a one-way street. You are legally permitted to turn left against a solid red light only when you are turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Ensure there are no signs prohibiting the turn. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 6. What does a flashing yellow arrow indicate? Option A, you can turn, but your turn is not protected from other traffic. B, you have the right of way to turn without yielding. C, you must stop and wait for a solid green light before turning. Answer is A. You can turn, but your turn is not protected from other traffic. A flashing yellow arrow indicates that you can turn, but your turn is not protected from other traffic. You must proceed to turn left only after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Question 7. Before you can get a driver's license in California, what tests are you required to pass? Option A, only a behind-the-wheel drive test. B, a physical medical exam and a vision test. C, the knowledge and behind-the-wheel drive tests. Answer is C. The knowledge and behind-the-wheel drive tests. Before you can get a driver's license in California, you are required to pass both a written knowledge test and a behind-the-wheel drive test based on the information provided in the California Driver's Handbook. Question 8. True or false? It is legal to drive using only your parking lights. Option A, true if it is raining or snowing. B, false, it is illegal to drive using only parking lights. C, true, but only during the 30 minutes before sunrise. Answer is B. False, it is illegal to drive using only parking lights. It is strictly illegal to drive using only your parking lights at any time. You must use your proper low beam or high beam headlights when it is too dark to see from 1,000 feet away during the 30 minutes after sunset to 30 minutes before sunrise, and in adverse weather conditions. Question 9. Under which conditions is it legal to drive in a bicycle lane? Option A, parking where permitted, entering or leaving the road or turning within 200 feet of an intersection. B, when traffic is heavy and you need to pass a slow-moving vehicle on the right. C, only when avoiding a collision with a pedestrian or emergency vehicle. Answer is A. Parking where permitted, entering or leaving the road or turning within 200 feet of an intersection. It is illegal to drive in a bicycle lane unless you are parking where permitted, entering or leaving the road, or turning within 200 feet of an intersection. Question 10. When making a legal left turn against a red light, who must you yield to? Option A, only vehicles approaching from your right side. B, only pedestrians currently in the crosswalk. C, other vehicles, pedestrians, or bicyclists who have a green light. Answer is C. Other vehicles, pedestrians, or bicyclists who have a green light. When making a legal left turn against a red light from a one-way street onto another one-way street, you must always yield the right-of-way to other vehicles, pedestrians, or bicyclists who currently have a green light. Question 11. Under what condition must you never pass another vehicle? Option A, unless you have enough space to return to your lane. B, if the vehicle ahead is traveling exactly at the speed limit. C, unless you honk your horn to warn the driver ahead. Answer is A. Unless you have enough space to return to your lane. You must never begin a passing maneuver unless you are absolutely certain you have enough space to safely return to your lane without cutting off the vehicle you are passing. Before you pass, look ahead for road conditions that may cause other vehicles to move into your lane. Question 12. Which way should you turn your front wheels when parked headed downhill? Option A, straight ahead. B, away from the curb. C, into the curb or right toward the side of the road. Answer is C, into the curb or right toward the side of the road. When parked headed downhill, you must turn your front wheels into the curb or right toward the side of the road. This ensures that if the brakes fail, the vehicle will roll away from the center of the street. Question 13. What does a flashing red traffic signal light mean? Option A, stop. After stopping, you may go when it is safe. B, slow down and proceed through the intersection with caution. C, stop and wait for the light to turn solid green. Answer is A, stop. After stopping, you may go when it is safe. A flashing red traffic signal light means stop. You must treat it the same as a stop sign, meaning after making a complete stop, you may proceed only when it is safe to do so. Question 14. If you want to turn right at a multi-lane roundabout, which lane should you use? Option A, choose either lane but exit in the right lane. B, choose the left lane and exit in the right lane. C, choose the right lane and exit in the right lane. Answer is C, choose the right lane and exit in the right lane. If a roundabout has multiple lanes, choose your entry or exit lane based on your destination. To make a right turn, choose the right lane to enter and exit in the right lane. Question 15. Which of the following statements is true regarding lane sharing with motorcycles in California? Option A, it is strictly illegal to share lanes with motorcycles under any circumstances. B, it is legal to share lanes with motorcycles. This is known as lane splitting. C, only law enforcement and emergency motorcycles are allowed to share lanes. Answer is B. It is legal to share lanes with motorcycles. This is known as lane splitting. Whenever possible, you should give a motorcycle the full lane. However, it is legal to share lanes with motorcycles in California. This practice is known as lane splitting. Question 16. When towing a vehicle or trailer, which lane must you drive in? Option A, the far left fast lane. B, the far right lane or a lane marked for slower vehicles. C, any lane as long as you maintain the posted speed limit. Answer is B, the far right lane or a lane marked for slower vehicles. You must drive in the far right lane or a lane specifically marked for slower vehicles when you are towing a vehicle or trailer or driving a truck with 3 or more axles. Question 17. Where are the blind spots located for most vehicles? Option A, directly in front of the front bumper. B, at the sides slightly behind the driver. C, immediately behind the rear window. Answer is B, at the sides slightly behind the driver. Every vehicle has blind spots, which are areas around the vehicle that a driver cannot see when looking straight ahead or using the mirrors. For most vehicles, these blind spots are located at the sides, slightly behind the driver. Question 18. If your vehicle gets stuck in snow or mud, what is the first step you should take regarding your gears and steering? Option A, shift into a low gear and keep the front wheel straight. B, shift into neutral and turn your steering wheel sharply to the right. C, shift into a high gear to maximize engine power. Answer is A. Shift into a low gear and keep the front wheels straight. If your vehicle gets stuck in snow or mud, the first step you should take is to shift into a low gear and make sure to keep your front wheels pointing straight. Question 19. What specific warning does the California Driver's Handbook give regarding children and side airbags? Option A. They may accidentally trigger the airbag deployment sensors. B. They should be given a booster seat to view the side mirror properly. C. Children seated next to a side airbag may be at risk of serious or fatal injury. Answer is C. Children seated next to a side airbag may be at risk of serious or fatal injury. Children seated next to a side airbag may be at risk of serious or fatal injury. It is crucial to follow all child restraint guidelines regarding airbags to keep them safe. Question 20. It is illegal for a person under 21 years of age to drive with a blood alcohol concentration, BAC that is, or higher. Option A 0.05%, B 0.01%, C 0.08%. Answer is B. 0.01%. It is illegal for a person under 21 years of age to drive with a blood alcohol concentration, BAC, that is 0.01% or higher. Question 21. When you buy a vehicle, how many days do you have to transfer ownership to your name? Option A 5 days, B 10 days, C 20 days. Answer is B. 10 days. When you buy a vehicle, you have a legal obligation to transfer ownership to your name within 10 days. Question 22. To get an ID card in California, you must provide your identity document, a social security number, and Option A. Residency documents, B. A valid out-of-state driver's license, C. Proof of vehicle insurance. Answer is A. Residency documents. To get a California ID card, you must provide an acceptable identity document, residency documents, and your social security number. Question 23. When must you always use your signals? Option A. Only when making a turn at an intersection, B. Only when changing lanes on a freeway, C. When you turn, change lanes, slow down, or stop. Answer is C. When you turn, change lanes, slow down, or stop. As a safe driver, you must always signal when you turn, change lanes, slow down, or stop. You can accomplish this by either using your vehicle's electronic signal lights or by using standard hand and arm positions out the window. Question 24. Where is a center left turn lane located? Option A. On the far left side of a multi-lane divided highway, B. On the far right edge of a one-way street, C. In the middle of a two-way street. Answer is C. In the middle of a two-way street. A center left turn lane is located in the middle of a two-way street. It is not a regular traffic lane or passing lane. Instead, you use it specifically to prepare for and make a left turn or a U-turn. Question 25. This five-sided sign indicates: Option A. You are approaching a pedestrian crossing, B. You are near a school, C. The road ahead is a walking trail. Answer is B. You are near a school. A pentagon-shaped sign is unique to school zones. It warns you to watch for children and be ready to slow down or stop. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 26. If an intersection has no limit line and no crosswalk, where must you stop your vehicle before a left turn? Option A, just past the corner so you have a clear view. B, you do not need to stop. C, stop before you enter the intersection. Answer is C. Stop before you enter the intersection. If an intersection does not have a limit line or a crosswalk, you must safely stop your vehicle before you enter the intersection to assess traffic. Question 27. After speeding up to pass a vehicle on an open highway, how should you complete the maneuver? Option A, slow down immediately to match the passed vehicle's speed. B, drift gradually back into your original lane without signaling. C, signal and return to your original lane. Answer is C. Signal and return to your original lane. After speeding up to safely pass a vehicle on an open highway, you must signal your intention again and carefully return to your original lane. Ensure you leave enough space between your vehicle and the vehicle you just passed. Question 28. If you drive a non-commercial vehicle and stop at a yellow curb to load or unload, you are usually required to. Option A, stay with your vehicle. B, leave your hazard lights flashing. C, limit your stop to no more than 3 minutes. Answer is A. Stay with your vehicle. When stopping at a yellow curb to load or unload passengers and freight, drivers of non-commercial vehicles are usually required to stay with their vehicle. Question 29. What is the fundamental meaning of a solid red traffic signal light? Option A, yield. B, stop. C, caution. Answer is B. Stop. The fundamental meaning of a solid red traffic signal light is stop. You must make a complete stop before the limit line or crosswalk, though you may make a right turn if it is safe and not prohibited by signs. Question 30. In what direction does traffic travel in a roundabout? Option A, clockwise. B, counterclockwise. C, in whichever direction the arrows point on your side. Answer is B. Counterclockwise. A roundabout is an intersection where traffic travels in one direction around a central island. When driving in a roundabout, you must always travel in a counterclockwise direction. Question 31. What should you do if you encounter road signs or markings stating NEV use only or NEV route? Option A, watch for slow-moving vehicles. B, change your route because passenger vehicles are prohibited. C, increase your speed to pass the area quickly. Answer is A. Watch for slow-moving vehicles. You should actively watch for slow-moving vehicles when you see road signs or markings that state NEV use only or NEV route. Question 32. How does the California DMV Driver's Handbook define an alley? Option A, any road no wider than 25 feet that is used to access the rear or side entrances of buildings or properties. B. A private driveway shared by 2 or more residential homes. C. A one-way street located strictly within a business district. Answer is A. Any road no wider than 25 feet that is used to access the rear or side entrances of buildings or properties. The California Driver's Handbook defines an alley as any road no wider than 25 feet that is used to access the rear or side entrances of buildings or properties. Question 33. What is a recommended safe driving practice to maintain enough space and react to other drivers? Option A. Stay in another driver's blind spot to prevent them from changing lanes. B. Do not stay in another driver's blind spot. C. Drive as close to parked vehicles as possible. Answer is B. Do not stay in another driver's blind spot. To maintain enough space to maneuver safely and avoid collisions, you should never stay in another driver's blind spot. Either safely pass the vehicle or drop back so the driver can clearly see your vehicle in their mirrors. Question 34. What will happen if you attempt to turn the steering wheel during a locked wheel skid? Option A. Your vehicle will skid no matter which way the steering wheel is turned. B. Your vehicle's front wheels will immediately regain traction. C. Your vehicle will spin in a complete circle. Answer is A. Your vehicle will skid no matter which way the steering wheel is turned. If you experience a locked wheel skid due to braking too hard, turning the steering wheel will not help. Your vehicle will continue to skid straight ahead no matter which way the steering wheel is turned. Question 35. If you do not have a driver's license from California or another state, what must you do before taking the behind-the-wheel drive test? Option A. Apply for an instruction permit. B. Complete 50 hours of supervised driving. C. Purchase a vehicle and register it in California. Answer is A. Apply for an instruction permit. If you do not already have a driver's license from California or another state, you must apply for an instruction permit before taking the behind-the-wheel drive test to get your driver's license. Question 36. Under what condition may you make a U-turn in a residential district? Option A. If no vehicles are approaching you within 200 feet. B. At any time during daylight hours. C. If no vehicles are approaching you within 500 feet. Answer is A. If no vehicles are approaching you within 200 feet. In a residential district, you may legally make a U-turn as long as no vehicles are approaching you within a distance of 200 feet, which provides enough time for a safe maneuver. Question 37. You must never park your vehicle within how many feet of a fire hydrant or fire station driveway? Option A. 10 feet. B. 20 feet. C. 15 feet. Answer is C. 15 feet. For emergency access and safety, you must never park or leave your vehicle within 15 feet of a fire hydrant or a fire station driveway. Question 38. What is the primary purpose of a white rectangular sign? Option A. It communicates many important rules you must obey. B. It warns of upcoming construction zones and road work. C. It provides directions and mileage to upcoming cities. Answer is A. It communicates many important rules you must obey. A white rectangular sign is a regulatory sign that communicates many important traffic rules you must strictly obey, such as speed limits, parking restrictions, and directional instructions. Question 39. What is the rule when two vehicles meet on a steep, narrow mountain road and neither vehicle can pass? Option A. The vehicle facing uphill must back up. B. The vehicle facing downhill has the right-of-way. C. The vehicle facing uphill has the right-of-way. Answer is C. The vehicle facing uphill has the right-of-way. Driving on mountain roads requires special rules. If two vehicles meet on a steep, narrow road and neither vehicle can pass, the vehicle facing uphill has the right-of-way. Question 40. The sign shown here indicates Option A. Merging traffic entering from the left. B. Warning, the left lane ends ahead. C. Warning, one-way road ahead. Answer is A. Merging traffic entering from the left. This sign tells you that vehicles from another road will be joining your lane from the left side. Drivers should be prepared to let them in safely. Question 41. What is the penalty for anyone convicted of assaulting a highway worker? Option A. A mandatory suspension of their driving privilege for 5 years. B. Fines of up to $2,000 and imprisonment for up to 1 year. C. A fine of $1,000 and mandatory community service. Answer is B. Fines of up to $2,000 and imprisonment for up to 1 year. The safety of highway workers is paramount. Anyone convicted of assaulting a highway worker faces fines of up to $2,000 and imprisonment for up to 1 year. Question 42. What must you do if your cargo extends more than 4 feet from the back rear bumper of your vehicle during the day? Option A. Display a 12-inch red or fluorescent orange square flag. B. Turn on your emergency hazard lights while driving. C. Display a white sign reading oversized load. Answer is A. Display a 12-inch red or fluorescent orange square flag. If your cargo extends more than 4 feet from the back rear bumper of your vehicle, you must display a 12-inch red or fluorescent orange square flag to warn other drivers. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your DMV permit test. Now let's get back to the video. Question 43. A child properly secured in a rear-facing child passenger restraint system may never ride. Option A. In the front seat of an airbag-equipped vehicle. B. In the middle seat of a rear bench. C. In a vehicle that is not equipped with child safety locks. Answer is A. In the front seat of an airbag-equipped vehicle. A child properly secured in a rear-facing child passenger restraint system may never ride in the front seat of an airbag-equipped vehicle, as the airbag deployment could cause fatal injuries. Question 44. If you are under 21 years old, what is the rule regarding carrying alcohol inside a vehicle? Option A. You may not carry any alcohol unless an individual 21 or older is with you. B. You may carry open containers as long as they are in the back seat. C. You may carry sealed alcohol if you are at least 18 years old. Answer is A. You may not carry any alcohol unless an individual 21 or older is with you. If you are under 21 years old, you may not carry any alcoholic beverage inside a vehicle unless an individual who is at least 21 years old is with you. The container must also be full, sealed, and unopened. Question 45. What is a behind-the-wheel drive test? Option A, a test taken on a computer to evaluate your knowledge of traffic laws. B, a drive test where you have control of the vehicle and are accompanied by a DMV examiner. C, a medical evaluation to ensure you have the physical ability to drive safely. Answer is B. A drive test where you have control of the vehicle and are accompanied by a DMV examiner. The California Driver's Handbook defines a behind-the-wheel drive test as a drive test where you have physical control of the vehicle and are accompanied by a DMV examiner who is actively evaluating your driving skills. Question 46. What is the meaning of this warning sign? Option A, winding road ahead begins with a curve to the left. B, passing allowed from left and right. C, winding road ahead begins with a curve to the right. Answer is C. Winding road ahead begins with a curve to the right. This sign warns of multiple curves ahead. The shape of the arrow shows that the first curve turns toward the right side. For more practice and updates, click on the video you are watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your DMV permit test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.